How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Manatee Runescape. So in today's video, I've got a pretty cool thing to show you. So yes, this video is a little bit about, what I just did. And so this investment is now over, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to look for investments like these. And this video is actually old school RuneScape. So I mostly do most of my, investing and flipping and everything on RuneScape 3. But I actually dove into old school RuneScape for this investment because it just seemed very obvious that this one was going to work out the way it did, and it did. Now the only thing I'm regretting is I didn't invest more money. So my total profit from doing this investment was 111 million. If you look right here, it's I had 111 million. I just realized now, but I did put something in the Grand Exchange. So right here, I bought this Dragon Dart Tips. So you can probably already guess the investment was into Dragon Dart Tips. So over here, I'll be showing you guys this real quick. So right here, you can see Vorkath. So when Vorkath came out, I noticed right away that one item was dropping pretty significantly, and that was Dragon Dart Tips. And I was like, man, those are dropping awfully hard. And so I looked, and what do you know? Vorkath actually drops Dragon Dart Tips. He drops 10 to 50 Dragon Dart Tips as an uncommon drop. Now, I don't really hardcore play old school RuneScape, so as far as finding out how many of them you can kill per hour or anything like that, that was going to be kind of hard for me to do. So I had to just basically do a whole bunch of research and find out from other people about how many they can kill per hour and etc, etc, etc. Now, given all that information, I was able to figure out that realistically, Vorkath's Dragon Dart Tip would bring some of them into the game, but not anywhere near enough in the game for them to make a significant difference. So I went ahead and made the announcement into our Discord. So if you've already been watching the channel, you probably know about the Discord. Well, we actually do cover some old school RuneScape stuff in there too, and I'm starting to integrate more and more old school RuneScape as we go. But right here, this was back on January 31st that I posted this investment in our Investing Mastery. Now, I'm showing you this in the Investing Mastery because of the fact that it is now over, and you should not invest in these, so please do not take this as a video that you should be investing into. Think of it more as listen to how I did it, listen to how I found it, and use this kind of logic on next time and to make you guys some money. You guys could also just join the Patreon and be part of Investing Mastery too. That also works. But anyway, looking right here, we see that I did post these at 26.82 because that was the mid price of Dragon Dart Tips at the time, was 26.82. Also looking right here, we can see that Dragon Dart Tips, according to Old School RuneScape Buddy, we're currently going for 26.44. So basically 26.40. I bought all of mine at 26.40. It was a pretty great day. I think I actually bought some of them below that too, but I used 26.40 for my calculations as far as the total profit during this investment. Right here, I also compared them to Rune Dart Tips because Rune Dart Tips weren't dropping. Now, if we look back at Vorkath, we can see right here that he also drops Rune Dart Tips. And he actually drops more Rune Dart Tips than he does Dragon Dart Tips, which means theoretically there's way more Rune Dart Tips coming in the game than there are Dragon Dart Tips. So with that information, I was already thinking this is awfully suspicious as to why Dragon Dart Tips are dropping so heavily, despite the fact that Rune Dart Tips are not dropping actually at all. They're actually selling for above mid at the same time that the Dragon Dart Tips were dropping. So that right there was kind of a dead giveaway. When you see an opportunity right here where stuff is dropping, going lower than what it usually does, and you're like, should I invest into it? One of the things that you can keep in mind there is to compare it to other things that are similar to it. So in this case, Rune Dart Tips are going to be the most similar thing to Dragon Dart Tips, obviously. And it's also very convenient that they are both dropped from the same source that is causing Dragon Dart Tips to drop, but is actually causing Rune Dart Tips to rise. So I right away noticed that didn't make any sense, like I said. So I went ahead and posted in the Investing Mastery for everybody to start buying these and blah, blah, blah. Now, keep in mind, this is not a buyout. It's not anything like that. The Investing Mastery is basically, I'll post a whole bunch of different items and different opportunities in here that people could invest into, and then give reasons right as I gave right here as to why people could invest into them. And then blah, 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 blah. We do not do any organized buyouts or anything like that, so please don't assume that. So after some time, so obviously today is now February 15th, so it only took about 16 days. After 16 days, guys, looking back over here on the old school RuneScape screen here, and by the way, because everybody was like, stop putting it in full screen, I decided to go ahead and put it in this small box, so let me know if you like this more. But anyway, Dragon Dart Tips, I went ahead and sold all of my Dragon Dart Tips investment and was able to make 111 million profit roughly. Like I said, I am using a 26.40 as my buy. I did buy some less, so I'm not really going 100% accurate on it, but I made at least 111 million profit on the investment. And the reason why is because they went from 26.40, and if you look at the price right now, Boom. I literally just bought this one right before the video started. 38.10. I actually sold mine for 38.29 because I instant bought them for 38.35 earlier, so I sold mine for 38.29. So I basically went from 26.40 to 38.39. That is a pretty amazingly outstanding profit of roughly 1,200 gold each, which is just insane. I actually was not expecting this to be this much profit. It is quite a bit more than I thought it was going to end up being, so that's always good when that happens. Now, why did this happen, and how can you guys use this to help to look for investments in the future? Well, the first thing I can tell you by what was very obvious, and I kind of already mentioned that, was the fact that one was going up while the other was going down, despite the fact the one that was going up was actually going to be more common. So with that right there, I was like, okay, it looks like people are just panicking. And that's exactly what happened, guys. People just panic sold all the Dragon Dart tips. And so when they panic sold all the Dragon Dart tips, people like me were able to scoop them up very quickly and then be able to hold on to them. And then roughly 2 weeks later, all I had to do was sell them for 1,200 more than what they were going for. Now, I did not actually expect these to go for this high. And actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys on the other screen here. We go back to our Discord. Where is it at? There it is. Go back to our Discord. I do say right here that the investment opportunity comes from the price of Dragon Dart tips. They are currently 26.10 to 26.50, which is accurate that day. The usual price for Dragon tips is between 28.50 and 3,000. So I didn't really expect them to go back up to, you know, a whopping 38.35. That was absolutely insane. What I was actually more expecting them is to hit maybe 3,000. So I was quite a bit off on my like assumption as to what they would rise back to, because there really wasn't anything pointing to them going up this high. But I think that when people sold them all off, then it was kind of like a hype rush to buy them all back up. So there you go, guys. That is what happened with that. It's a very nice profit from this. Hopefully I'll be able to find a lot more stuff and be able to profit a lot of things like this. That's actually basically what I do on my old school RuneScape account. I am training a little bit, as you guys saw in the progress video, but I do stick to mostly doing investments and flipping. But yeah, anyway, there you go. There you have it. If you guys have any questions about this, you know, how I was able to find this investment or any other investing advice, then just feel free to check it out. Or, I mean, check it out. Just feel free to ask me. Reach out and ask me in the comments below. You can also join our Discord in the invite link below. It's free to join. You can just go ahead and join up in there. And you can always ask about investments and everything in there too. Just go ahead and DM me directly in there if you guys want some assistance one-on-one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It really means a lot. I mean, like a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.